Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Magic News with Magic Ridge. I'm your host, Ridge. Nice to meet you, and today is May 28th. It is a Friday. We are finishing up this week's spoilers. So, we usually don't get spoilers on weekends, so that's why I say that. I missed a few from last night, so I'm going to put those in the beginning right now. And then we're going to go over today's spoilers, about 25 of them. Some interesting ones, too. So this one's going to be a good one. All right. First up, we have Tutorial Kavu for 1 mountain and a forest. 2 CC, creature type Kavu. It is a XX. It's got domain, so Tutorial Kavu's power and toughness are each equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. Whenever Tutorial Kavu attacks, you get to choose one. So you can either discard a card if you do draw a card, or you can exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Oakley dokley. Next up, we have Herd Baloth for 3 mana of any color and forest, 5 CC, creature type Beast. It is a 4/4. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Herd Baloth, you may create a 4/4 green beast creature token. Alright, pretty cool. Next up, we have Archfiend of Sorrows for 5 mana of any color and swamp. We have 7 CC, creature type Demon. It is a 4/5 with flying. When Archfiend of Sorrows enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2. This creature also has Unearth for 3 mana of any color and swamp. So Unearth for 5. You may return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, exile at the beginning of your next end step. Or if it would leave the battlefield, unearth only as a sorcery. Next up, we have Archmage's Charm for Island. 3 CC, instant speed. You may choose one, so you may counter target spell, or target player draws 2 cards, or gain control of target non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. That steals all your Moxes, your Soul Ring, your Mind Stone, a bunch of stuff. Oh wait, maybe not. Is Mind Stone 2? I lied. I think Mind Stone 2. So, not that last part. Next up, we have Sanctuary Raptor for 3 mana of any color. 3 CC, artifact creature bird. It is a 2/1 with flying. Whenever Sanctuary Raptor attacks, if you control 3 or more tokens, Sanctuary Raptor gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Pretty nifty. Next up, this is one of the big hits. We have Esper Sentinel for 1 plains, 1 CC, artifact creature human soldier. So we have an artifact, a white human soldier. It is a 1/1. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card, unless that player pays X, where X is Esper Sentinel's power. Personally, I'm a huge white player. I don't think it's the biggest of big deals, but it might do a little more work in Modern or something than Commander. For this to be very good in Commander, you're going to need to find a way to bump it up, whether it be by equipping it, or whatever. Most people are going to pay the 1 extra mana. At least the smart people are going to do that. So it's going to be a high dollar card. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be worth something for sure. 15, I don't know. Somewhere around in there probably. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. I like the artwork. Next up, we have Solitude for 3 mana of any color and a plains, 5 CC, creature type Elemental Incarnation. It is a 3/2 with flash and lifelink. Whenever Solitude enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 other target creature. That creature's controller gains life equal to its power. It also has Evoke. Exile a white card from your hand. So it's not like one of those cards that it comes back if this is removed. It is just exiled. It's gone. So yeah, pretty cool. It's got flash, lifelink. Yeah, pretty good. Got a high CC, like I said, etc. It's okay. It's okay. Next up, we have Nevinral's Disc for 4 mana of any color, 4 CC. Artifact, Nevinral's Disc enters the battlefield tapped. It's funny, I was actually talking about this the other day. You can pay 1 mana of any color and tap this to destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. I'm hoping they have some extended arts and possibly a new art borderless for this guy. We will see. If not, I'm going to stick with the original alpha artworks. Alright, next up we have Ranger Captain of Eos. For 1 mana of any color and plains, 3 CC, creature type human soldier ranger is a 3/3 when Ranger Captain of Eos enters the battlefield. You may search your library for a creature card with mana value 1 or less. Reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Sacrifice Ranger Captain of Eos. Your opponents can't cast non-creature spells this turn. Pretty cool. This is going to put in some work, I believe. If it's not already a creature that exists. I might have seen it before. It's confusing with the old border. Can't know every card in Magic, right? So, yeah. Frickin' nice. Next up, we have a good one that's been around for a while, getting the old school border. We have Urza, Lord High Artificer. For 2 mana of any color and island, 4 CC is a 1/4 legendary creature human artificer. When Urza, Lord High Artificer enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Tap an untapped artifact you control to add 1 blue mana to your mana pool, and you can pay 5 mana to shuffle your library, then exile the top card until end of turn. You may play that card without paying its mana cost. So this has been doing work at EDH for a while. It's nice to see the old school border. Yeah. Moving on. Next up, we have Solitary Confinement for 2 mana of any color and a plains 3 CC enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Solitary Confinement unless you discard a card. Skip your draw step. You have Shroud and prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. I kind of like this card, personally. This one, I like it. Am I in love with it? No. Am I super hyped about it? No. But I do like it. You draw a card every turn, so this could potentially sit forever. Until somebody removes it with enchantment removal. But yeah, pretty cool. Next up, we have Sterling Grove for 1 forest and 1 plains. 2 CC enchantment. Other enchantments you control have Shroud. Shroud is they can't be the target of spells or abilities, even that you control. You can pay 1 mana and sacrifice Sterling Grove. Search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, then shuffle, and put that card on top of your library. I'm assuming. Pretty good. Believe this card already exists. I believe. Possible new artwork. I like the hand trees. They're pretty cool. Next up, we have Enchantresses, Presence. For 2 mana of any color and a forest, 3 CC enchantment. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. So got a few cards for the enchantment decks coming out. That's pretty cool. Next up, we've got Timeless Witness. Cost 2 mana of any color and a forest, 4 CC for a 2/1 creature. It looks like a druid. Like it says in a different language, so it's hard to figure these ones out. Looks like a druid though, or dryad, probably a druid. When Timeless Witness enters the battlefield, return target card from your graveyard to your hand, and it has Eternalize for 5 mana of any color and green. So Eternalize for 7 mana. Yeah, pretty cool. Next up, we have Master of Death for 1 mana of any color and an island swamp. For 3 CC, you have a creature type zombie wizard. It is a 3/1. When Master of Death enters the battlefield, you get to surveil 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Master of Death is in your graveyard, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return it to your hand. Pretty cool. Should definitely go in some zombie decks. I love the artwork. The artwork is awesome. It looks like some sort of like friar or religious type person. Looks like you may be able to see his ribs. I don't understand what's up with the rope ladder. Is he like hanging from a helicopter? I'm not sure what's going on. But nonetheless, very, very cool. I like the I like the balding, receding hairline it's got. You can't really see its mouth, so I don't know if it's missing its lower jaw or not, but it does seem like it is, possibly. Very nice, very nice. Next up, we have some more enchantment love. We have Sanctum Weaver for 1 mana of any color and a forest 2cc enchantment creature dryad. It is a 0/2, and you may tap it to add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of enchantments you control. Like I said, some more enchantment love. Pretty cool. Next up, we have Vindicate for 1 mana of any color and a plain swamp 3cc. It is a sorcery, and you can destroy target permanent. Nice. Moving on, we have some sort of zombie. It is a 1/3. It cost a blue and black mana, 2cc. And whenever you discard a card, you may pay 1 generic mana. If you do, you can amass 2. This looks like something from the War of the Spark era. Once again, it's not in the proper... It's not in English, not proper. It's not in the language I can understand. So, the translation is a little rocky, but I think we get it. Pretty cool. Next up, this one's kind of cool like this. Like the artwork on this guy. We've got Chattering Augur. For 1 mana of any color in a swamp, 2cc, we have a creature type skeleton shaman. It is a 1/1. Chattering Augur cannot block. When Chattering Augur enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. You pay 4 mana to return Chattering Augur from your graveyard to your hand. Very cool. I like it a lot. It's wearing like a gold necklace. It's got horns. There's some sort of weird spirit like behind it or something like that. It's at a table with like looks like it's doing some sort of reading of the bones or something with like some finger bones or something at a table that's covered in candlelight. Very nice. I really like this. I would love one in foil. Next up, this is the one I don't know how I feel about this one. I guess it kind of makes the other ones obsolete-ish, kind of. Not really. This one can't make the avatar token, but we have Caldra's Complete for 7 mana. 7cc, 7 colorless mana. It is a legendary artifact equipment. It's got living weapons, so when it comes into play, you get to create that 0/0 germ token. And I believe this gets attached to that, if I'm not incorrect. This equipment has indestructible. And whenever equipped creature gets +5/+5, has first strike, trample, indestructible, haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature. And its equip cost is 7. So this is basically the Caldra's 3 equipments all in one, except that last part, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature. That's a little bit different. I think the original is whenever it deals damage. Doesn't have to be combat damage. It could be any damage. So yeah. I'm not sure why they made this. It doesn't seem like there was a need for this. I still personally really like the 3 set of the Caldra and the one that lets you make the 4/4 indestructible avatar token. At least I think it's indestructible. At least the shield makes it indestructible or something like that. I don't 100% recall. But yeah, so I'm confused. But I guess I would run this since it's 1 card instead of 3. So you'd probably want to run this rather than the other 3, unless you want to run all 4 if you have the space for it. Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about this one. How do you guys feel? What do you think? Next up, we have Ice Fang Kotal. It cost a forest and an island, 2cc. It is a 1/1. I assume it's some sort of serpent. It has flash, flying. When Ice Fang Kotal enters the battlefield, draw a card. Ice Fang Kotal has death touch as long as you control at least 3 other snow permanents. Alright, I guess so. Next up, we have Braid's Cabal Minion for 2 mana of any color, and Swamp 4cc legendary creature human minion. It is a 2/2 at the beginning of each player's upkeep. That player sacrifices an artifact, creature, or land. Pretty cool. It's cool to see this reprinted with the legendary border. I like the Odyssey symbol in the bottom. Yeah, sure. We'll take it. Next up, this one's pretty iconic. So, as a huge fan of the lore of Dakin, this lady, Gaedrone Dehada, is very important in the storyline. This is the person that had Dakin craft the blade, his black blade. So yeah, so this vampire pretty much tricked Dakin. But anyway, let's go over her. So it is Gaedrone Dehada for 1 mana of any color and a island, swamp, mountain, 4cc legendary planeswalker Dehada. It starts out with 4 loyalty counters. Its static ability is protection from permanents with corruption counters on them. Its +1 is each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Put a corruption counter on up to 1 other target creature or planeswalker. Pretty cool. Its -3 is gain control of target creature or planeswalker until end of turn. Untap it and put a corruption counter on it. It gains haste until end of turn. So stealing. And then its -7 is gain control of each permanent with a corruption counter on it. It's definitely not all powerful as I thought it should be. The artwork is absolutely phenomenal. I definitely want to have one just for the collection, honestly. Maybe even a couple of them for each artwork. I'm assuming it's probably going to have the borderless alternate artwork. It's going to have the weird missing color artwork, stuff like that. I really like this a lot. Its +1's definitely very viable. It's all very viable, for sure. So yeah, that is Dehada from the lore of Dakin. Very nice, very nice. Up next, we have Altar of the Goyf for 5 mana of any color, 5cc tribal artifact, Lahagoyf. So whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of card types among cards in all graveyards. All graveyards. Lahagoyf creatures you control have trample. I'm trying to think of whatever Lahagoyfs we have. I know we've got the one famous one. I don't know. I never did a lot of Modern. I never even got to get a deck together, actually. I might have had one deck at one point, like a Boros type deck. But, I never was really into Modern, so a lot of Modern staples and things I'm not very well aware of. I've mainly been playing Commander for, like, the last 10 years. I did play a lot of Standard and stuff back in the day, when we were allowed to play at shops. So yeah, I mean, how many Lahagoyfs are there? I have no idea. Next up, next and possibly last spoiler until the next set later this evening, we have Endurance for 1 mana of any color in a forest, 3cc for elemental creature incarnation. It is a 3/4 with flash, reach. When Endurance enters the battlefield, up to 1 target player puts all the cards from their graveyard on the bottom of their library in a random order. Its evoke is exile a green card from your hand. This one's not so great, although it would definitely stop a Reanimator type deck that's already filled their graveyard up. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm not sure how I feel about this set, so I really hope before all the spoilers are out, I really hope they show us some more really crazy bangers. I feel like there's a lot of filler mythics in the set, etc. I am super hyped on a very select few cards, and I'm very happy for some reprints on some others. I'm still right around the hypeness of the Time Spiral Remastered set. that set was amazing. My box yielded almost $700 worth of stuff, and it was purchased for, what was it, like $250? I don't even remember what they were at for pre-release, pre-sale. So yeah, that was an amazing set. So I feel like this set right now is just as amazing as that, but it's a modern set, which it's a Modern Horizons set, which they stopped producing these modern boxes a while ago. They stopped doing them for a while. So this one should be absolutely bonkers, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? What do you guys think? So, unless they're hiding some stuff, which I hope they're hiding an additional sword, I think they could produce one more sword. So there's 3 different swords in the set. Maybe more. I don't know. I feel like there could be the Grohl sword in here. What else? Definitely a couple more well-needed reprints. Like I'd mentioned before, the Imperial Seal, a reprint on that would be absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, just that one. If they spoiled that in itself, it would be way more hype than Time Spiral Remastered. But I feel like right now it's the same hype. But like I said, you got to kind of wait until the set comes out, and you got to look at the prices of everything before you kind of really know where it's at. But I think they're hiding some stuff from us. I don't think they've given us all their stuff yet. Like I said, let's check out what spoilers we're at right now. Like, what's the number? I had a 303. I forgot to look that up. So, let's see. We are currently at 172 of 303. So we have at least 131 spoilers left. A couple of those might have been spoiled while I was shooting this video. So we might not be exactly at 173 with my spoilers, but we're probably pretty close. So I'll be back around 5 or 6 this evening to shoot another video. Hopefully they spoil something absolutely ridiculous. I'm pretty hyped. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty hyped. I'm Time Spiral Remastered hyped. And nobody really seemed to be hyped for that set, besides me. Like, until it was released and people started cracking boxes, that's when the real hype started. People were like, oh my god, this set is insane. I thought it was going to be crap. It was amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, they're taking those, so I forget what they call them, the actual old school bordering. It's not classic. I don't remember what they call it. But, so in this set, those foils of those cards, those old school foils, Card Kingdom will take the crappiest one for like $39 store credit. Like, that's how cool the foiling, that's how good the foiling was in the old school ones and how sought after they were. The worst ones were worth $39 in store credit. So that's pretty much what's going to happen with this set, at least in my beliefs. Like I said, they could have did something different. It looks like they might have foiled out the artwork on some of the old school borders, or maybe even all of them. And that's probably not necessarily good. It didn't look as bright as just the borders. So, we'll see. There's still a lot to come. I'm definitely very hyped. Regardless. So, I hope you're all having a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful afternoon. If you're interested in Commander gameplay, go ahead and check out my friends and I's channel, Commander Wars EDH. Go check out some gameplay. Come back and check out a deck tech of the gameplay. Something like that. I've got a giveaway coming up with the release of Modern Horizons 2. Once I get my set box, I'll shoot a video. I made sure I purchased prize support. So we've got a pretty awesome layout for winners. We got 3 winners in this next giveaway. So stay tuned, subscribe, and yeah, more is to come for sure. And looks like I got to get to building a Commander deck because I'm shooting Commander Wars EDH, I believe tomorrow. So catch y'all later.